Hello, today is September 19th, 2020, and I wanted to do a short video on what is the upshot of the departure of Ruth Bader Ginsberg at a soul level for the country and individually. So I sat and I meditated and I prayed, and the message I got was that nothing is as it appears to be. And I think part of our lesson right now as a country and as individuals is not to place our power outside of ourselves and rest it in the persona of someone else, no matter how valorous and intelligent and discerning and what a marvelous example she was to us as a source of inspiration and dedication. But to seek the hope and the inspiration and the strength within ourselves. And I purposely did not watch a lot of the different political pundits or experts on the Supreme Court. I wanted to do a reading strictly with the cards on what was the gift and the lesson of this, and what is the journey of not just the Supreme Court, but what is our journey right now. And rather than looking at it as a loss, I prefer to look at it as a profound liberation for somebody that held on with every atom of their spirit, because the spirit was willing for as long as possible, far past what most people could do. And to the place of the fact that she's now liberated, she's now out of pain, she fought the good fight, and she deserves her time, her space of rest. Because her last thoughts and her last words and her last intentions were focused on the country and on the knowing of the fact that her vacancy was going to create a tremendous possibility for a battle within the United States over what is fair and what isn't fair. But I think what we have to realize is that there's a divine orchestration to everything that's going on right now, as rough as it appears. And we've got to maintain the hope in our heart that we can support the good and hold the vision of where we wish to see the country going, and at the same time not lament all the time. We've been in too much of a lamenting mood over the actions of what's been going on. Time to stop that, and time to get our eyes focused on the horizon of what we wish to create. Because there are many options here. First of all, there is the option that if they do go ahead and choose somebody before the lame duck season is over, and Biden gets in, this is option number one, that it's a strong possibility that 4 senators will lose their seat, and the United States will have 4 Democrats and -4 Republicans in the next Senate. That's a strong possibility. That would mean that there would be a creation of getting rid of the filibuster, so that the Republicans would not have the option to stall everything unless there were 60 votes on major issues. The second thing is, if Trump got in, it wouldn't matter. We would have a Republican Supreme Court person anyway. So really this is all, and the third thing is, it's not an impossibility that they will create in the Supreme Court more judges. That's a possibility in the future. So all is not lost. The fourth thing is that we have to stop getting into this defeatist mode. I know we're all tired. I know we've seen and experienced so much change in the last year, and I feel that, and I understand that. We got to call on our inner valor right now, and as my friend Michelle wrote on my page yesterday, we have to find the inner activist that is aligned with our own authenticity and sense of truth, and stand up for that individually, in the moment, in all aspects of our life. So I'm going to do a reading, and I feel that the message today is to not lose hope. No matter what happens, not to lose hope. There are many options that can still be explored. And this is not going to make the Republicans look good. They think it's fine if they lose the Senate and the presidency, if they can control the Supreme Court. But we don't know the divine hand of God. We don't know if judges will live out their full term. We don't know that. We don't know their health. We don't know the directions that country's going to take. We only know this moment today. So normally when I do a reading, I do not do upside down cards, but today I'm going to. They're called inverted cards. That means when the tarot card comes out, if it's upside down, it's got a totally different meaning than it would if it came out upright. So I'm going to ask, what is the main card for the United States as a result of her liberation? The card I got as the central card of the entire spread is the upside down card of the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords upright is a card of taking a break, taking a rest, feeling the exhaustion and just going and resting. The upside down card is people going into a state of panic or distraction and feeling that sort of a hopelessness. So this is the issue that we have to confront right now, is a feeling of hopelessness. And it's not hopeless. We've got a lot of good things coming up that are going to shift over the next year. And Jupiter's just gone direct. So she was liberated after Jupiter went direct, and on Rosh Hashanah, which she being Jewish and in the Jewish religion, that's a very blessed day. It's the day of the ones that die on that day are said to have died in a state of righteousness. So to me, that's also saying that she died in a state of the timing was perfection. Now, the fastest nomination for the Supreme Court that's actually been, appointed has been 47 days. That's the fastest it's ever been done. Ruth Bader Ginsberg died 46 days from the election. So I thought that was kind of ironic. So I don't see the completion of the appointment before the election, but let's just see what's going to happen. What is the challenge? The challenge card is the card of somebody walking away. Now the person is walking away from upright cups, cups that are full of opportunity. So putting that next to the hopelessness card, the card of kind of giving up and being distracted and being in chaos, the challenge is not to walk away. The challenge is to stick it out, to fight it out, to stand by your truth, to be invigorated by situations. This is when we show who we really are. When we have disappointment, loss, and shifts that are all beyond our control. We can't control when someone's going to die. And in some way, we had an inner feeling of her invincibility, and she did the best she could, far longer than anybody I've ever seen. So our challenge is not to walk away right now, not to give up, not to turn our back on all the good we've just accomplished. These cups are all full. When the cups are full and someone's turned their back, they're turning their back on the positive situation of the Democratic polling right now, and Joe Biden has been living up to far more than a lot of people expected. Didn't surprise me, but I think he surprised a lot of people. And so what is above us right now? What is the guiding energy above us right now? Well, this card came out upside down. So this is the card upright. This is the card upright means the doors are closed. There's the body's closed. Everything is a no. The card upside down to me is the doors are not closed, and there's the new moon that we just went through on Thursday right above this person. So to me, this new moon is bringing positive change. The doors are open since the new moon, since Jupiter went direct, since we stepped into a new time. But because we've been so battered from the last few years, it's hard for us to feel that, and especially when she left the beginning of that new moon. She left when the moon had gone into Scorpio, 2 degrees Scorpio. And it's very interesting when you look at when people depart, because very often people leave when the sun is in opposition to their sun. And she was a Pisces, born on 1933 on March 15th, and she passed on the 18th. Sun was right opposite her sun. The Virgo sun and moon were opposite her sun. I've seen that so many times, that people have left during a time of opposition. She left when she had a lot of planets in Virgo at the very end of Virgo, and when Saturn was 29 degrees Saturn, she left exactly 29 degrees Saturn in Pisces. She left 29 degrees Pisces. So there's a very karmic understanding of people's charts when they depart. Very, very karmic understanding of what they're going through, and what their next role will be. What is below us? What is in our subconscious, our soul of our nation right now? What is guiding that? A sense of new opportunity. This is a card of kindness. The waves are choppy behind him, but he's holding a cup and he's feeling optimistic, and he's feeling so this is a confirmation of the new beginning that we're stepping into, but we're looking at an ending and feeling all depressed and wanting to turn away, and what's the use and all that. We've got to stop that right now. This is saying we are in a new beginning. There is new opportunity coming. It is going to be kinder. That's going to be a big shift. It's going to be kinder. Our recent past, what have we gone through? We have been going through a healing. This past year, our focus has been on healing, not just with COVID, but individually. We have been healing with our families, our friends, our children. We've been healing physically, we've been healing with our past, and most of all, we've been healing within ourselves. This has been our recent past. What's coming up in the near future? I'm going to take this over the next couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. So what's coming up? This is the Emperor card upright. The Emperor card upright is everything is stable, everything is solidified, the material world is established, everything is going according to the book. It's rigid, it's strong, it's, there. When it's upside down, we don't have a sense of confidence. We don't have a sense of confidence in the stability of what we're going through. So the next few weeks, and I talked about it before when I was talking about Mars coming up to square Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, there's going to be a sense of, just like last night we had an earthquake, which I kind of related to a mighty soul departing the earth. But this card is saying we're not going to feel 100% reassured by everything that's going on outside of us. It's still in a state of movement, and now actually it's speeded up. So things it's like we talked before about Humpty Dumpty falling off the wall. Now we're trying to reassemble it, but we can't. So it has to be recreated in a new structure, and this is what the next 4 weeks are going to be about, defining that new structure. That's what's coming up. What is the fate or destiny taking this up to the election? The fate or destiny is, the Chariot is the card of will, and it's a 7, and it's about 7 weeks until our election. And it's showing the dark and the light leading the, pulling the Chariot. But if you look, the charioteer has no reins. So I look at this card and I think what our fate or destiny is that it's divinely orchestrated, and we don't have a hold of the reins. We just have to move forward with faith and strength and focus. That's basically what this card is saying. Keep your focus. The only thing you can control right now, and actually always, is your reaction to what happens. Can't control the outcomes. What will our relationship be as a country, within the country over the next 7 weeks? It's going to feel a lot happier. Families are going to feel more contented. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. This is a card of emotional security, contentment, and people feeling a renewed sense of safety. So that's what's coming up amongst the relationships within our family and with each other. I feel we have probably hit, over the next few weeks, we're going to feel like we hit rock bottom in divisiveness, in nastiness, in mudslinging. It's going to feel like, but with that Chariot showing the dark and the light pulling the Chariot, but the outcome card here is a card of emotional security and release and peace in our heart. What are our hopes and fears going to be over the next 7 weeks? Well, this is the Knight of Cups upside down. The Knight of Cups upright, he's a valiant, romantic, kindly, very beautiful soul. upside down. Our fear is we're going to be seduced again. In other words, that people are going to be seduced and that the election is going, that's our fear. That's not the outcome. This is our fear that somehow he's going to seduce everybody again. We have to stop seeing that, and we have to drop that fear, because that's not helping it. We're adding unto it. Get your thoughts focused on what you want right now, the vision you wish to create for the country right now. What is the outcome? The outcome is the Ace of Coins upside down. Upright, this would be a new start, an opportunity, a new business opportunity. The card upside down, there is a new start, but there's a delay to the new start. There's a new opportunity, but it's not quite within our reach. So let's get some cards to express and explain that. It's saying we're going to have to stay very, very strong, subdue the beast within us, the anger, and stay strong, because the outcome is going to be good. But we're going to be asked to really hold to what we believe and what we think, because he might try some shenanigans of saying, well, we don't know all those votes that haven't been counted, if they're real, and all this nonsense. Is going to try a bunch of crap, and that's why they're trying to get this person in there as fast as they can. But I'll ask that after, but I don't see that they're going to get the new Supreme Court judge done before the election. Another clarification on the outcome, please. The truth will come out. The truth will be revealed, and it will be positive, and it will be aligned with integrity, and we have to be strong. And when I get those two cards together, it's saying the right thing will happen, but it doesn't happen maybe the day of the election. Might have to wait a few days. And one last card. It says that we'll have a few days when we're feeling anxiety, like, is he going to get away with this? Is he going to try to steal the election from us? He's going to try to hold to a false victory, but I do see that the right thing will happen, that we will have victory. But let me just do a reading now on what's going to happen the day of the election. Just a quick one. Just give me 1 second. I'm just shuffling the cards. I'd like to know what's going to happen the day of the election. If you could tell us, please. The decision will not be finalized yet. This is the decision card. But above it, there's an angel guarding it and guiding it. Michael the Archangel. So there is protection around it, divine protection. We will have a new beginning, but the new beginning will feel out of reach at the very, very, very beginning. where we'll finally feel we can rest. That we're going to just feel like, oh, I think I'm going to go to bed for a few days. I think I'm going to just let go. I can't handle this. And don't lose faith, because this is the faith card. Keep the faith. He's going to try to pull some sneaky stuff. When I get this card, it's the thief in the night next to his card. But the courts and the election, people that are guarding the election, people that are counting it, they're not going to allow it. But he's going to try, he and Bill Barr. They're going to try to pull something there. Will we have Joe Biden as our next president? Just let me do a reading on that. Because some of these cards were all upside down, and that changes the reading too much. Okay, could you tell me, within a week after the election, who is our president? The water sign man. The man who comes from his heart. The one who is a cup. He's a water sign. And with the dove above it, he wants to bring peace and healing to the nation. And I do see Joe Biden is going to triumph. Don't try to grind down a Scorpio and outsmart a Scorpio. He's a lot smarter than people realize. He's very intuitive. He's got 4 Scorpio planets in his 12th house of the intuition, Pisces house. So he's extremely can sense what's going on. And because he's a Sag rising, he's very optimistic and give people the benefit of the doubt. But he's nobody's fool. With that Mercury conjunct Mars and Scorpio, he's nobody's fool. So I'm going to ask for a card. It says there's going to be, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be squeaky. But then as the votes keep getting counted, it's better and better and better for him. Which is why Trump knows that, why he's been going on and on about the mail-in ballots, of course, which is what he uses himself. So if you could show me one final soul card for America over the next 7 weeks. It says, keep clear, stay with your integrity, listen to your higher self, and stay focused. Be intelligent, be wise. I said, what will Joe Biden's role be? And I got the man who not only protects the country, but he protects the world. In other words, he's realizing the role the United States has to play over the next 4 years. Remember, to become the 46th president is a 1 and a 0. So it means great leadership is called forth, and it's the beginning of a new cycle, the 1. And the 0 means someone that walks with spirit, someone that walks with God in their heart, someone that prays a lot, that consults the inner being a lot. I feel good about it. But we ain't there yet. It ain't over till it's over, so don't give up. Thank you. God bless you. And I hope this helped to settle your minds. Hang in there. If you want a personal reading, you can write me at angelicmercy44@gmail.com. God bless you, Ruth Bader Ginsberg. Thank you for your great service to humanity. Thank you.